Hello, how is everybody? Hopefully everyone's okay. Hopefully anyone can see me and or hear me, who knows. Just thought I'd do a bit of an update today on the Japan situation and what's happening. Hope everyone's okay. First things first, cheers. Cheers everybody. Say hello in the chat if you can. Just want to know if you can hear me or not, or if you can see me or not. Would be cool. I'll just put hi for you. I've put a chat in the corner, so please type and say hello if you can. That would be nice. See, I can see numbers coming up on Facebook, but I can't actually see you guys. Tough. Can you hear me okay? Or can anybody see me okay? Can anybody type? Should have a little text box coming up in the corner. In fact, let me grab my other phone. Won't be a second. Just use 2 million people that. Cheers. Hello. Can be heard and can be seen all okay. That's great. I can't see the chat though for some reason, which is a bit weird. Thanks for that, Chris. Thanks for letting me know. I'm trying to log on my other phone. But yeah, I can't understand why I can't see the chat though. Oh, hi, Felipe. I can see you now. Right, it was me. Thank you. Right, okay. So first things first. Cheers, everybody. Churros, kampai, etc. Those things of that nature. Can see you guys as well now. I can see what you're typing. Hello, Felipe. Hey, Craig. Hope you're doing well. Mills, hello to you as well. Thanks for messaging Jimmy on my spare phone. Thanks very much. But yeah, nice to see you all. Anyway, brief update. Look, this is all things I don't do. 100 sit-ups, 100 put-ups, etc. Anyway, brief update on the Japan situation. As you will know, my name's Alan from Japan Ichiban. Hello. It's now evening time here in the UK. It's Monday. It's almost 7:30. Monday evening, sorry. And tomorrow, I'm off work. Yay! How exciting! What a great time! What a time to be alive! And the reason that I'm off work. Gosh, it's so difficult having 2 phones, you know. It's not easy at all. Try to log on to Facebook to see myself on Facebook. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, the reason I'm off work, some of you may know, some of you may have already guessed. Who knows? Oh, there we go. I can see myself now. Look, chatception. Yeah, the reason anyway I'm off work is because tomorrow I'm getting on a plane. I'm leaving the UK and I'm going to the land of the rising sun. So I'm flying from the UK to France and then France straight to Tokyo. Woo! Maximum excite. Can I get a round of applause in the chat? Some claps of some kind. Something along those lines. I don't know, maybe not pretzels, something else, please, Felipe, if you want. Or Craig, anybody. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going back to Japan. Yay! Woo! Lucky guy indeed, Craig. Very, very lucky. Craig, you're from the UK. Some great deals on Air France/KLM flights at the moment in time. Please have a look. It's relatively inexpensive, but you know, everything's relative. But please have a look at those, Craig, if you're thinking about doing that. Really good flights. In terms of family included, it's just me and the wife. we're leaving the kids at home this time. I mean, we always used to go to Japan without them every year anyway. So it's just me and the missus this time. So it's just a couple's retreat. We're going for what, 12 days? Tuesday to Sunday. So whatever that is. Tuesday to Sunday should be fun. We're going to try and brave the heat. I've never been in summertime in Japan, so that should be fun. Although I've been to Las Vegas quite a few times, and that gets like 40 plus there. August in Las Vegas is no joke. So yeah, Craig, you've seen them, but you've already booked for October. It's about half the price I paid now. Yeah, this is the strange risk, isn't it? We all take booking these flights for Japan. It's really strange. You know, one day. I mean, to be honest, even sometimes when I was booking the flight, and I would choose 2 dates. Okay, fine, and then maybe I go back and say, you know what? Let me just double check I chose the right date. And when you go back, one of the prices has already changed. One of the ones that you were already on. I'm like, oh my god, absolutely ridiculous. So it's a little bit of a lottery at the moment choosing reasonably priced flights, but sometimes it's more valuable to get a flight locked in than it is to actually wait and wait and wait. I've had a real problem recently trying to get some flights, so but there's one of them. There's Flight 700. I also think they're ramping up flights as well, Craig, so it could be that also. I had a real problem where I'd bought some flights through some company which seemed perfectly fine. A company I found on Skyscanner, if you're aware of that website. Everything looked absolutely spot on. And then actually when I came to look at the information on the flights, they've basically just taken the money and done a runner. So that was great. Yeah, cheers. Thanks for that, stealing all my money. That's absolutely tragic in all fairness and caused a lot of undue stress. But that got sorted in the end, thanks to the rules and laws we have here in the UK around credit cards and purchases and things. So thankfully, we got all our money back, which is great. But we got our money back last week on Monday, and we booked the flights Monday night, which is why I'm suddenly going tomorrow. In terms of booking direct, Craig, that is absolutely what I will be doing from now on, 100%. So I booked with Air France direct, Air France KLM, same thing really now. So yeah, much happier about that, and it feels more secure booking through a large, a large carrier like Air France or KLM as opposed to, Mike's airport services, somebody down the road or something else. So I'll only be doing that in the future, but it's been a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, so that means tomorrow we're flying from where I am to Paris to Tokyo. There's a little wait over, about 2 hours. Felipe should be fine, I think so. They've got a very nice refurbished class on the plane, so fingers crossed I can get on that class. I mean, I've booked on that class, so it should be nice. They've got doors and everything, so hopefully Felipe should be nice. Good food, eh? The French must have good food, and if not, some good wine. Anyway, ANA via Brussels would be absolutely spot on, Felipe. ANA's JAL, in my terms, in terms of going to Japan, is the gold standard. We had a fantastic JAL flight one year, absolutely unreal. But that's when they were with Finnair, and JAL and BA are like the same thing, aren't they now? So yeah, I mean, JAL and ANA, absolute gold standard. We did see some good flights through Abu Dhabi as well with Etihad. They were quite reasonably priced. But again, it's a longer route than France, so I'm not too worried about that. I am a bit worried about the weather, Craig. It's very toasty. I think it's more than a bit toasty. I mean, in the UK, I don't know if you can see, in the sunny UK here, it's actually dry for the moment, but it's been very wet and quite windy for a while. So I bought myself some shorts and some new trainers and things, all the normal holiday stuff that you kind of do and, try and sort out. We've done all this in the last week. We've done flights, Airbnb, so we're staying in Shinjuku again just because, I know it really well and I know exactly where we're going to go. So flights, Airbnb, travel insurance I've had to sort out. We've had to buy Sakura mobile, pocket Wi-Fi, web Wi-Fi, whatever you want to call it. We've done JR passes. We're going in the green car this time, so that should be nice. Looking forward to that. More because I just want to travel peace and quiet really and just have a really good time. So I think we're going to meet the most ninjaist of all the monkeys while we're in Japan. I definitely want to go and see Leto as well. Maybe see Luke if he's out and about, who knows. And see what else is going on. There's the guy who owns a shop in Nakano who's invited me to come. Nakano Broadway, so that should be... It's Nakano Broadway, isn't it? Yeah, that should be quite nice. So I want to see him, visit his shop and see what's going on. Hold on, what are you saying there, Craig? I was speaking to my girlfriend earlier. It's been a bit cooler the last few days, she says. Yeah, well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I mean, we're at that moment where it'll kind of be what it is. You know, not much more we can do. In fact, I'll have a look. It's handy having two phones. Hold on. Do you like my picture? On my other background. Anyway, let's have a look. Tokyo weather. Tokyo weather. 10-day forecast for you. Tomorrow. So we're travelling tomorrow, so we won't actually get there till Wednesday. Although today, yeah, so today, which is Tuesday on here, is 38. Oh crap, that's a bit high. Then we've got 38, 37, 35, 35. And then 35, 35, 35, 35. So yeah, it's kind of like 35 to be honest. To be honest, this is what it looks like. I can't know if you can see. It's 35 all the way, but whatever, man. From a week ago when we lost all that money and everything else, and we're really worried about getting back there and stuff and missing this opportunity. Japan is actually doing really well at the moment in time. Plenty new viewers, plenty new people coming to see stuff. Lots of content that hopefully you guys seem to like, and everything's going well. Everything's coming up Millhouse at the moment in time. If you get that reference, you're as old as me. So yeah, you know, things are going well with Japan Picture Man, so it's a good opportunity for us to actually, you know, try and capitalise on that as well and get some more content out there, some more things for you guys. When we go with children, it's more difficult to do the kind of type of streams that I want to do, which is like go to a nice bar somewhere. Not that drinking's a problem. Go to a nice bar or something somewhere and just sit, plonk it on the edge of the table and sit and have a drink, like a communal stream. You know, I'll sit at the end of the table having a few Chinzano de Biancos, and you guys can come along with me. Why not? See where we go. So that should be quite fun. Quite looking forward to that. We're definitely going to go on the Shinkansen several times. So we're going to go across the Kansai area. Definitely going to do Kyoto and Nara, but maybe Osaka as well. Who knows? Here we go. Who knows? And then we're also going to go north from Tokyo. So back across Tokyo, then north, then Aomori or Sendai, and go meet up with Ninja Monkey-san again. That should be fun, as long as he's available. We shall see. If not, we'll go on our own. Hopefully it's cooler up there as well. So a little bit cooler up in the north. Felipe, I'm not sure what's fancy. Maybe it's the green car. If it is, check me out. But yeah, whatever. Just additional comfort really, and additional quiet. That's what I'm after. So yeah, I've got to that age in life where I appreciate the quietness of things more than anything else. Even more than comfort. I would rather be uncomfortable and quiet than comfortable and just like somebody screaming in your ear or being really loud. I'm looking at you, American tourists. I'm looking at you guys. Anyway, they're not all bad. Most of them aren't. Anyway, how do you know an American's near you? You'll hear him first. Moving on, only joking, my American friends. Craig, temperature going up again? Yeah, unfortunately so. How long am I going for? So 12 days, Craig. 12 days in total, so that should be nice. We're going to push the envelope. I've booked the rest of this week off work, and then all next week off work. And then I'm in on the Monday, the week after, so I need to be back for then. And I fly home Sunday night, so that's going to be fun. Really stretching the amount of available time we've got, but pushing it as best as I possibly can. You know, trying, you know, the opportunity. I'm sure you guys feel the same. You may or may not, but the opportunity for me to go to Japan, the opportunities I have are few and far between. So really try and maximize them as much as possible, because if you don't, it's just another day. You know, to stay another day is relatively inexpensive. To fly again is very expensive. So, you know, what's another £100 for another few days, or another day at least? Whereas another flight is a few £1,000s at the moment, as you've said there, Greg, further up. So yeah, Steve, you're going back. I am jealous. I still have another 8 weeks to go. At least it'll be cooler, Steve. At least it'll be cooler. I think I'd much rather go in 8 weeks than I am going now. But the opportunity for us has arisen, unfortunately. Fortunately, sorry. So let's go now. We'll still go again in the future, but this trip might mean that we will maybe rule out summer for the future. My children have obviously quite a lot of time off in summertime. They have, about 6 weeks off, and I can work from anywhere in the world. So yeah, it's I could actually just go and live there for 90 days without batting an eyelid and still work. Nobody would know. But yeah, we don't want to do that. But if summer's too hot, then we'll have to rule it out for the kids anyway. So thanks, Steve. Steve, I wish you'd gone back, mate. It's gonna be great. Are you flying? Where did you fly from, Steve? Is it Newcastle or is that you, Greg? Steve, I can't remember where you fly from. John Wright, the price of a flight depends on the company you're flying with. That's absolutely true, John. 100% right there. Sometimes you can get good deals though out there. So, I've seen some of the best A-Star airlines like Etihad be less expensive than some lesser, inverted commas, airlines. And the days of cheap deals to Japan are gone, let's be honest. The days of cheap flights to Japan are long gone. I remember, 8 years ago, 9 years ago now? I've been going to Japan for almost a decade now. God, I'm old. 8-9 years ago, I saw flights via Aeroflot. So I think it was London to Moscow and then Moscow to Tokyo. And they were like £250. I never went on them because of the horrendous safety record that Aeroflot had. And I didn't really want to fly through Russia. And obviously, with recent events, that's even worse. So it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? But those days of those inexpensive flights are long gone. And for me, it's about comfort. Absolutely about comfort. If I can land in Japan rested, I've had a good sleep on a decent bed, I've had no worries about any flights, nobody's screaming in my ears for 12 hours, no one's knees in my back for 14 hours. I think the flight's 13 and a half, they say, 13 and a half. And the way back it's 14:45. But as long as I can get rested and land and just hit the ground running in Japan, I am absolutely ready to go and attack the country. That's what you want to do. You want to go there, you want to get there and let's go. That's what I want to do, John. So yeah, there's an absolute myriad of flights. I don't think I know more than anybody, but I know an awful lot more than most about flights from the UK to Japan. That should be my job, trying to find you inexpensive flights. I'd be really good at it. So yeah, Craig Madison, you're going in October the 10th. Nice. How long are you going for, Craig? From Newcastle? I'm sure, don't you go via Emirates? I'm sure you've flown Emirates before. We spoke about this in the past. But if it's Emirates from Newcastle, that'll be a decentish flight, and then a good flight again from Dubai, I think. But is it 2 weeks this time or 3 weeks this time? Let me know. Steve, Manchester, I thought so, Steve. I thought you were, one of us Northerners. Not like one of those pretend Scottish up there, like Craig. But yeah, that should be fun. Steve, you're going with JL from Heathrow. So that's interesting. Are you flying? How are you getting to Heathrow then, Steve? Are you driving down and staying over, or are you flying? Presumably you're going to fly, are you, from Manchester to Heathrow? Should be interesting. Interesting route that we've done British Airways from Heathrow before, so you fly from Manchester straight to Terminal 5 at Heathrow, and then it's Terminal 5 again, but it's like Terminal 5 has all those different sections, and we had to get a train underneath Terminal 5 all the way out and through to the exact section we were. It was like the very last one in the very last corner. But yeah, it was fine. Terminal 5's quite nice, isn't it? Quite light, quite open, quite airy. So it's a nice place to fly from. JL from Heathrow, so Manchester to Heathrow as well, nice. So a little hop down to Heathrow, half an hour, isn't it really, that flight? It's not fast, not long at all. And then a decent sized flight JAL, Heathrow to presumably Tokyo as well, so decent flights. Craig, you're going by KLM for 3 weeks by Amsterdam. Nice. That should be fun. I'm thinking that might be my default if something goes wrong with Air France. This is how much trouble I've had. I'm worried about what's going wrong. There's always a plan and another plan and another plan. But yeah, if it's KLM by Amsterdam, I can't see that being a problem. Again, a nice quick flight to Amsterdam. What's that, 45 minutes? It's not long at all, is it? And then a decent flight from Amsterdam all the way. So yeah, I'll kind of be doing that once tomorrow. That should be fun. Really looking forward to it. It's just everything's kind of come up so quickly, and maybe that's a blessing. I don't know. Everything's just happened since last Monday when we got that money back. So yeah, it's all gone a bit chaotic, really. It's all gone a little bit manic. But yeah, that's good news. Oh, JAL leaves from Terminal 3, first time on 7th. That's interesting, Steve. So, I didn't know JAL left from Terminal 3, so presumably you'll have to transfer from T5 where you'll land to T3 because, from memory serves me right, the Manchester to London flight nearly always goes to T5, but I'm sure there's a shuttle bus, not so bad. 777-300ER, that's exactly what I'm flying on tomorrow. So there's a smaller one, and then there's a small one just to do Paris. Then it's like 2.5 hours, and then it's the big dog. It's the 777-300ER. I've never flown on one of those either. It's been Airbuses for quite a while, really, for me. I've been on a 787, but not a 777. So that should be good fun. Less than an hour to Amsterdam. Yeah, I thought so, Craig. Really, really quick for you. And with the time difference, you'll gain an hour, won't you, as well? So you'll set off at 10 o'clock and land at 10 to 10 or something. You're like, hey, what's going on here? I'm suddenly ahead of myself. Ooh, what's going on? That's fun. Felipe, my next flight is September, Brussels to Narita with ANA. Can't beat direct. Could you? Oh yeah, you can't beat direct. Yeah, no, you're right, Felipe. If I could fly direct, I would. I can assure you, it's a lot of additional faffing around having to go somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, whereabouts I live in the northwest of England. I mean, I live near a massive city, well, relatively large city called Manchester. The first industrial city in the world. It's got 3 terminal, massive airport. They do not fly to Japan direct, so you have to go somewhere in Europe. The old favoured route was always Finland, because you can fly, Finland and then over Russia into Japan. It was always a relatively straight shot going from Manchester to Helsinki. But obviously, because of what's happening in Russia, that doesn't happen anymore. So now we have to kind of fly and wiggle our way around, basically under, like, above the Med, but then below Ukraine, and then east to towards China, Mongolia and stuff, and then just dip across into Japan. Hence the length of the flights, really. Just really, really too long. So yeah, it's not good. Great, yeah, I'm flying that class, so that should be fun. So it's like a lot of noise for some reason outside. So yeah, Craig, flying that class, so it should be interesting, should be good fun. Fantastic prices. I mean, economy was like 1,500 quid, and business was very, very similar. I was like, well, I know which one I'm going to choose. We're kind of at the mercy, because we've booked so close to our flying time, we were kind of at the mercy of whatever the prices were. I think that business class flights have been so expensive, no one has bought any. And now it's got to within a week or two of people going, all the airlines have gone, oh my God, we've got all these flights that we haven't sold. Let's put a mega deal on those. I mean, it was cheaper than premium economy for me. It literally said to business class this much, premium economy 200 quid more. I'm like, this doesn't make much sense. So they've just got to the point where they've tried to squeeze as much as possible. People haven't done it. So, that's good, I suppose. And now they're left with a lot of relatively inexpensive flights. So we've kind of looked out a bit. But we've definitely gone like business light. So we only have one set of bags, and all that type of stuff, instead of we normally get a double bag allowance and stuff. So they try and squeeze you in other ways, but it is what it is, isn't it really? You just got to go with the flow. So Yeah, Helsinki route, Steve. That was the one, mate. I'm afraid Helsinki was always the best, and I've never bloody stuck not going to Helsinki. So, thanks, Vlad. But what can we do? So yeah, so really excited about going back to Japan. The euro rate is really good. Sorry, the euro rate, the GBP to Japanese yen rate is really good at the moment in time. Hello? Do you want me to pass you?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I think covered down there.
Okay. One me a second. It's Steve Jones and Craig and everyone. They're all saying hello. And Felipe. Is it this one?
No,
Oh,
you just press round.
Good. So, interruption. So yeah, Helsinki route was always the best one. But yeah, what can we do? The exchange rate is fantastic at the moment in time. For those of us from the UK, I bought my yen from Tesco money. It was like 179 to the pound, roughly. And I bought some in January this year, which was like 130 odd to the pound. So it's massively changed. Japan's dipped and the pound's actually gone back up a bit. Thanks for cheers, Rishi. So the pound's gone back up and the yen's gone down. So it's kind of gone like that, hasn't it? The rate. So we've got a decent amount of yen for our money. I think the last time I saw it this high was 2015, which was like one of the first times that I went to Japan. I think I bought it at 180 something, and the rate was about 192 at the time. So yeah, it was phenomenal. But 170 odd this time is really, really good for us, and prices are still low in Japan. So you know, some of those like tonkotsu mom and pop ramen shops around the corners, like what, 500 yen for a full setto, tonkotsu setto. Can't go wrong, can you? I mean, what's that now? That's 500 yen's like £3. £3. You can barely buy a Mars bar for that now in the UK. But yeah, I see what it is. Craig, you're going back in February as well. Might try the class. Why not, Craig? Why not have a go? See what you think. Always a good chance. If you can get on there at the right time, the prices are pretty similar, so why not? Most of my clothes at my partner's apartment don't need to carry much, which helps. Go travel light. Always excited. The best thing to do is travel light to Japan anyway, as most of us know. There's so many trains, etc., that you want to get and stuff. It's just easy to travel light as best as we can. I have one Muji suitcase that I've had for quite a long time now, that I bought at an absolute steal many moons ago from the shop in the Trafford Centre, if you know it, Steve. It's now gone, but never mind. But yeah, I have one suitcase that I always use. Fantastic wheels on it, top drawer, and it's Muji, so fits in with that Japanese aesthetic. And then I have one backpack that I carry, which has all my streaming stuff in. All this stuff that we've got going now, all these things. Nintendo Switch, games console that I built myself, and a few other bits and bobs, things like batteries, chargers, all that type of stuff, but not much else. Mrs. JJ, I bet she's excited. She is excited. She's in the same boat as me, I think, where it's kind of, all this has just kind of come out of the blue. We were both quite upset about what happened with all that credit card fraud and stuff. So it took us a while to, to come to the terms that we might not be going. And I think we both kind of had come to terms with the fact that we might not be going. And then suddenly it all came around that, yep, you can have the money back. Yeah, we're going to send it to you. I was like, oh my God, let's look for flights. Shall we look for flights? And hastily booked everything that we could. Airbnbs, there were few and far between, so, but it is what it is. Steve Jones, I was getting 178 to the pound of Travel FX. Very, very similar then to me, Steve. Very, very similar. Pretty much the same, in all fairness. So yeah, that's not bad at all, is it? It's a very good rate. I haven't seen it that high in a long, long time. I think the first time I went, it was like 180 something. And then went back the year after, it was like 130 odd. It's like, Jesus, what a change that was. So yeah, man, there you go. That's about it, I think. That's the update. The update is tomorrow I am getting on a plane to, Paris, and then a plane to Tokyo. So that should be fun. So expect more streams, more live streams and stuff, more content coming out every day. You know, I've been doing this content game now, content creating and curating for quite a long time now. So there'll be more of this. This was just, again, a good test of the streaming gear. I'm glad it's all worked well. This is the new phone. I've got the old phone here, so we can still do any answers or any messages and stuff on here. So I thought a dual phone setup would be handy, would be useful. Seems like it will be. So yes, so I will let you all know once I arrive in Japan and stuff. But yeah, if I don't speak to you for a bit, I shall see you on the other side, guys. Okay, so thanks for joining the stream again. You know, please like and share or whatever, do all that good stuff if you wish. So completely up to you. If you're on Facebook, thanks for joining. If you're on YouTube, thanks very much for joining as well. Appreciate it, guys. And yeah, the next time you will see a stream from me will be 6,000 miles away on the other side of the world. So thanks very much, guys. Okay, see you again. Thanks. Bye-bye.